Hello and welcome to Through the Mixing Glass. My name is Joel. I don't know about you, but fall is my favorite time of the year. The leaves are changing, the temperatures are dropping, Halloween and Thanksgiving are right around the corner, football is back, go birds. What I'm trying to say is fall basically has all the best stuff. And seasonal cocktails are no different. What I'm gonna do in today's video is that I'm gonna make 3 different autumnal cocktails. And the drinks I've chosen today are actually all pretty different, so I think there should be something in this video for everyone. First up is the Autumn Daiquiri created by bartender Joaquin Simo of New York City's Pouring Ribbons. I love a classic daiquiri, and this one is no exception. It's great year-round, but it's particularly good here in the fall. All right, let's get started. First up is a dash of Angostura bitters. Now the label on my bottle got shredded, so I had to tear it off, but I can assure you, this is not counterfeit Angostura. And because it wouldn't be a daiquiri without it, we're going to add half an ounce of freshly squeezed lime juice. Now we're going to add half an ounce of pineapple juice. This is from a freshly opened can. To balance all that out, we're going to use a 1/4 ounce of homemade cinnamon syrup. I'll post a recipe for how to make this in the comments below. We're also going to use half an ounce of brown sugar syrup. This is actually the first time brown sugar syrup has made an appearance on the channel, so congrats to brown sugar syrup. And next is 2 ounces of a dark or aged rum. I'm going with Denizen 8-Year Merchant's Reserve Rum, which is an awesome bottle of rum. And it looks like I'm going to have just enough for this drink. F***ing nailed it. Now let's add some ice and give it a shake. Glassware for this is a Nick Nora glass, and I'm gonna go ahead and say we don't need a garnish for this one. All right, there we have it, the Autumn Daiquiri created by Joaquin Simo. Without further ado, let's give it a try. Oh, I love that. That's amazing. It's got such a rich taste to it. The brown sugar syrup, big part of that. The rum we used, also a big part of that, I think. You get the cinnamon notes, you get the molasses from the brown sugar. It's rich, but it's still bright and vibrant and refreshing at the same time. That is just, to me, a perfect fall cocktail. Like I said, you could drink this any time of year though. Okay, we're gonna switch gears and make a stirred drink for our next cocktail. That seems appropriate for fall, right? So we're gonna be making the Autumn Sweater created by Brad Thomas Parsons for his book, Bitters. This drink is perfect for when it's cold outside. Maybe you're sitting by a fire, need something to sip on while you warm up. If you like old fashions, you're gonna love this next drink. Okay, since this is a stirred drink, let's bust out our mixing glass. If you don't have one of these, you can make it in a pint glass, 1/2 of your shaker set, or honestly, you can even just build it in the glass you're going to drink it from. First up is a dash of orange bitters. Next, the recipe calls for a dash of maple bitters. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to make a substitution here. I don't have maple bitters. So I'm just gonna go with Angostura instead. Now it's time for half an ounce of maple syrup, the real stuff, of course. Let's add half an ounce of Amaro Nonino, which from what I understand is on the sweeter side of the Amaro spectrum. The internet tells me it has notes of orange, honey, vanilla, licorice, and allspice. Yum. Next is half an ounce of Averna, which is another Amaro. If you don't have one of these 2 Amaros, I'd suggest that you double the one that you do have. If you don't have either of these and are looking for a substitution, I'd recommend trying Amaro di Angostura. I've subbed in a full ounce of that in place of both of these before, and the drink actually turned out great. And I swear we're almost done. Let's add one final ingredient, a full ounce of rye whiskey. I'm using Rittenhouse. We're going to use a rocks glass for this drink, and it's going to be served over a big rock of ice. And garnish for this drink is actually pretty cool. We're going to take that orange peel we pulled a moment ago, express the oils into the drink, and then we're going to stud it with 3 whole cloves. Now we're going to rest the clove-studded peel on top of the ice. All right, there we have it, the Autumn Sweater created by Brad Thomas Parsons, a stirred drink for this fall season for you. Let's give it a try. Oh yeah, that's really good. You've got the whiskey backbone, but it's really kind of nicely blended out. There are no rough edges here. The maple syrup doing a lot. You can taste the maple syrup pretty strongly. It's a dark drink. It's, obviously it's a very, it's a whiskey-centric drink. The Amaro serves to kind of take the edges off of it, nicely rounded out, but it's also got a really nice citrus backbone from the orange bitters that we put in there, and also the orange oils from the peel that we squeezed on in there. If you like old fashions, give this one a try. I think you'll probably be pretty happy with it. And our last drink is for anyone out there who thinks that eggnog season shouldn't be limited to just Christmas. No, we're not making actual eggnog, but we're gonna be making a flip, which is a category of cocktails That's defining ingredient is a whole egg. Not just an egg white like you might see in a properly made whiskey sour, but an entire egg. Not the shell, but the yolk and everything else is going in the drink. We're gonna shake it up, it's gonna have a nice frothy texture. We are going to be making the hayride created by Frederick Yarm of the Cocktail Virgin blog. I've actually never had this drink, but the recipe looked really unique, and frankly, I just thought I wanted to try something new. Let's see how it goes. First into our shaker is a dash of Angostura. That makes this video 3 for 3 when it comes to Angostura, and I swear, I'm not sponsored by them. I'd love to be, but I'm not. Call me Angostura. Next is half an ounce of Benedictine, which is a cognac-based sweet herbal liqueur. I bought this bottle a year or two ago, and frankly, I don't use it all that often. But it is called for in some great classic cocktails, including the Vieux Carré, which is an extremely underrated drink in my opinion. So maybe you should think about getting a bottle. Next is a full ounce of apple cider. I don't have much to say about apple cider, other than that I love it. Now we're adding 1.5 ounces of rye whiskey. I'm using Wild Turkey 101 rye. On the Cocktail Virgin blog, Frederick suggested you could also try a light or medium smoky scotch in here too. And last but not least is our whole egg. You may want to be careful when adding it to your shaker, or you'll end up splashing a whole bunch of your ingredients out in the process, like I just did. And in order to give it the best texture possible, we're going to dry shake it first with no ice. Make sure you keep a good amount of pressure on both sides of the tin when dry shaking. Without ice, you're more likely to get a blowout. And with that all nice and frothed up, I'm going to add in 1 large rock of ice and give it another shake. The Cocktail Virgin blog suggests garnishing this with a few drops of allspice dram, which I unfortunately don't have. So I'm just going to grate some fresh nutmeg and fresh cinnamon over the top. All right, let's give the hayride a try. Okay, all right. I don't love that. I don't dislike it, but I don't love it. It tastes to me like it needs a little something. The texture is really smooth, really velvety. I just want there to be a little bit more. I'm not sure I would make this again, but I'm glad I gave it a try. All right, there we have it. 3 fall cocktails, 2 of which I love. One of them, you know, not my favorite, but we tried something new. If I had to rank them, I'd go Autumn Daiquiri first, Autumn Sweater second, and the hayride third. This to me is just, it's so good. It's so very atypical for what you would expect from an autumn cocktail. Thank you so much for watching. I'd love to know what you like to drink during this time of year. Maybe you like hot drinks. I'm gonna have a video coming out about that soon too. Let me know what you think of this video. Let me know what you think of these 3 drinks, which one sounds better to you in the comments, and I will catch you on the next time. Cheers.